because enthusiasm is the #1 predictor for sales success. How many of you have been told that you're enthusiastic? Okay, so I was a teacher. I knew nothing about the corporate world. And so I hand-lettered a flip chart. I can just die telling this story. With, you know those markers that smell so good? They either make you hungry or high. You know which one? And I used every marker in the book on this flip chart, but I didn't tell anyone that I was going to bring this flip chart. And nor did I have the foresight to ask what we meant. It turned out we was 4 vice presidents, and with me that made 5 in a room, an office that had to have been a converted closet. It started off awkward because there's no table. Now, have you ever sat 5 people, like knee to knee? It is just so embarrassing already, and I'm so mortified by this whole arrangement that I didn't realize how many people, blah, 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 that I forget what I'm about to propose to them to come in to do speaking. But I have my notes on a flip chart. And I'm so close, there's no place to put the flip chart. I'm so close to the vice president on my right that I know if I put it here, I'm going to smack him in the face with the flip chart. Same thing to the left, so I put it on my own lap. Now you can't see me, and so I have to giraffe my neck out, and I'm trying to read. I'm so close to this thing that I can smell my markers. That was the best part. And so now I'm reading it, and now I have to flip this flip chart over. About 3/4 of the way through, I decided, I just started negotiating with God. Please, please, I won't use anyone's name. I won't come back to this bank. Please just let me get out of here. And she hired me. And after a few months of getting to know each other, I said to her, why did you all decide to hire me? And she says to me, what you lacked in professionalism, which was everything. I mean, she actually said that. In everything, she said, you made up for in enthusiasm. She said, we weren't sure you'd get it right the first time. She said, but we knew that once you did, we'd really enjoy it. Enthusiasm, the #1 predictor of sales success. Why? Because it allows you to sell to yes. Is that you don't get sucked in to the curse of knowledge. Does anyone have any idea what the curse of knowledge is? To me, curse of knowledge is even more than that. It's that you get stuck in doing it the same way just because the same way used to work. And in fact, the better we are at doing something, the more likely it is that we get stuck. This is a new presentation platform that I'm using. On my Mac, I just got Keynote instead of PowerPoint. So I've used PowerPoint for years. I went for a 2-hour tutorial at the Mac store last week, and I'm hearing myself saying it. Every time this guy's showing me what I'm supposed to be doing on Keynote, I'm saying to him, yeah, but on PowerPoint, yeah, but with PowerPoint, yeah, but I am so surprised he didn't just say to me, would you shut up and learn something new? How often do we get sucked into doing things the old way just because we did? So we want to look for that second right answer. But there's always a second right answer. So my husband Bill and I were going to France a couple of years ago, and I wanted to take photos. So we go to Costco, and we go to the camera guy, and I know that's his name because it says it on his name tag, camera guy. And I say to him, I want something really easy. I want it to take great pictures. Cheap would be good. He says, Kodak EasyShare. In fact, his exact words were, the Kodak EasyShare is foolproof. Do any of you have a Kodak EasyShare? Well, this then would be foolproof if you like overexposed white guys. So I'm thinking, I'm newly motivated by DeWitt's story, and so I'm in this photographic mode, you know, and I lift the lens just slightly, or whatever it is that I lifted, maybe 1/16 of an inch, and I was able to take this totally unretouched picture of Sacré-Cœur. It's looking for that second right answer. Now, admittedly, sometimes you have to look for a third right answer. This hangs in a Mexican food restaurant by my house. you know, if the brakes don't work, then you make the horn louder. And so what I want to do is that I want to see if any of you need to remind yourself as a top performer to maybe not fall into that curse of knowledge, that curse of expertise. So I'm going to see what else. The final component here is that you are connected. Now, I don't mean connected in a way, maybe some of you are, that your mamas and daddies knew people and got you started. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the human connection, how you help other people to create success. Max De Pree wrote this book. He's a former CEO of Herman Miller. And if I might, from Leadership Jazz, Esther, Zoe is a healthy adult now. She survived and she thrived because somebody cared, someone connected. Isn't that what you do? What top performers do every day? You're there for your customers in good times and in rough times. And what's your reward? Your reward is that human connection, knowing that you will get through this, knowing that you will survive. No, this is Chairman's Circle. Knowing that you and you and you will thrive because the answers are already in you. Achiever again next year. And if you remember what that great philosopher Anonymous said, he said, if you caught a fish every time, it would be called catching. Go sell, go service, and I will see you next year. Thank you so much, and congratulations.